And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
And now it's 2nd down.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
41-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Is good.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal, so, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
Oh, you got to feel it, man.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And the Raven first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This time Jackson will throw it. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. From the gun, Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
It's a turnover on down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida, and he gets it down to the 32.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 49 the mic.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Too low.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Greatest show on
earth. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Steelers. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly to fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Jackson with the
frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5.
It got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play that time for the Ravens. 47 yards. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head, his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Steelers' 13-yard
to throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
fumble on the play.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
17-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Complete.
It's a gain of 35.
1st and goal, Baltimore.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jackson escape into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 35, Ravens 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. This is Edwards. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
No gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now it's Breida. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, here's Breida. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now this will make it into the end zone.
Garrett White on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
Gus Edwards.
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run again with Breida. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
42.
Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They run with Breida pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Good.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Philip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
For the extra point.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. As great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Again, it's Edwards. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
With the give to Gus.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jackson will keep it, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. He needed 2. He only got 1 on the sneak, and that's going to lead us to a 4th and 1. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now look at him go. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Score Steelers 56, Ravens 3.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. The pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Devin Bush coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lops. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. They're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, the win here.